What is up, everyone? It's your girl China, aka China One, and welcome to my castle. Today we're going to be seeing how Mercury retrograde in Taurus is going to be affecting your life. Okay, so for pile 1, we're just going to get right into it. We have clear nail polish. For pile 2, this is like what, purple, iridescent, magenta. And pile 3 is this sparkly orange. Not sponsored at all by Sally Hansen. Alright, so you guys are going to do pause and pick your pile, and I will see you there. What is up, my pile 1s? If you chose this clear nail polish, then congratulations, you have found your pile. And we're just going to get right into how Mercury retrograde will be affecting your life. If you all didn't know, Mercury retrograde started April 21st and finishes May 14th. I'm going to check if that includes the pre-shadows and post-shadows, but mind you, I'm not an astrologist. But anyways, let's get right into it. So first we have the Ten of Pentacles here, clarified by the Ace of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles is ruled by Virgo, and the Ace of Wands is fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we have the Moon here, ruled by Pisces. I'll say Cancer too, just because, you know, in astrology. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse here, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and then we have Judgment here in reverse, which is ruled by Scorpio. Clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, also ruled by Virgo here. Okay, my pile 1s. So with you all picking the clear nail polish, I kept hearing it's clear to me. And then I kept hearing the song, I'm tired of the way he treats me. If y'all don't know that song, I'm gonna put like the name and whatever when I edit. So for you all, this Mercury retrograde will be illuminating a lot of things that you all have not been wanting to see. Recently, you all have been choosing to be, it's either competence, like you guys are not competence, what's the word? It's either complacency or it's like fear out of changing your habits and so on and so forth. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, I'm gonna go out and say that this is about your family life, your home life. So you all have, with the Ace of Wands, there's a lot to be desired from the way your family life is, your family dynamic. Now, this could be with the family you have made, like your kids and things like that. Or this could be with the family that you already have, like, you know, mom, dad, grandma, sisters, brothers, things of that nature. Or this could be for the family that you have not made yet, and you have some patterns that you want to break that have been in your family for a long time that you just aren't really sure how to start. Okay, and with the Moon and the King of Pentacles in reverse here, you all, this could also be a financial thing. Well, yeah, it's all over. It's the whole 9 when it comes to your family life. So, and with the Moon here, this tells me that there are a lot of moments that you have a glimpse of how you really want your home life to be. There's sometimes where you get this semblance of peace, of stability, and it's like a glimpse of it every once in a while that it happens. And you're like, this is how I want it to be. And then I get that this is, you know, a daytime thing. And, you know, this also I'm hearing, like, if you have kids, there's sometimes when your kids are all together and they're playing with each other or they're learning with each other, and you're like, this is how I want things to be. They're on their best behavior, and you're like, yes, I have time to rest, and this is what I like to see. And then when night falls, it's like back to chaos, you know? So this is about establishing good, healthy habits. This is about reconstructing your home life. Now, if you don't have kids, this could be about your own dynamic with your family, like I said. So if you want a better relationship with your family, you know, there's sometimes when you get together with them and, you know, there's peace and companionship for all the 5 minutes before maybe you start to argue. So this is about, honestly, you being the bigger person. It's like, it all starts with you. As much as that will irritate you to hear, it's like, okay, but why does it all fall on me? Why do I have to be responsible? You are the one who wants things to change. The other people may not want things to change. So therefore, it is your responsibility to change things for yourself. Now, that doesn't mean they might all follow suit, but I guarantee things will change if you put forth a different type of attitude that matches how you want to see things or how you want your family to be. With this Judgment in reverse here in this Eight of Pentacles, for some of you, this is going to be about a significant other. It's like I'm feeling you all go back and forth on this significant other, whether you have actually made a family with this person or you haven't. It's like sometimes you feel like things are worth working out. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm going to put all the effort into it. And then other times you're like, they're not even worth it. So I'm going to tell you all that you guys need to pay attention. You all really need to pay attention to how often you say certain things. Because like I said here, sometimes you get a semblance of peace, of stability. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to be the same as when you're looking at a person. If when you're working with a person or looking at them and you have more negative things to say about them than good, then that means there needs to be a change in dynamic, as if they're not willing to change as a person. You know what I mean? So with the Eight of Pentacles, this is put forth effort to really zoom in, really focus in on your home life and be like, okay, what's not working? What is working? What do I need to implement? So, and if you have kids, I'm sensing a lot of you all might be pretty busy, especially if you guys have been having financial issues. And honestly, financial issues, I'm not going to say issues, I'm going to say a lull in finances might happen to some of you in order to make you all focus in on your home life. Because for a lot of you all are too focused on finances. So they're going to be like, okay, we're going to pause that. Not to the point where it's going to, have you starving, but just enough to be like, okay, shift focus. We don't want you to focus on your finances. We need you to be home. We need you to be present. We need you to be here. But yeah, if you all have kids, it's worth it to really sit with each one of your kids individually. If you just have one, great, And if this is family members, it's worth it to sit with each one of them individually and see what you can do. See if you can talk to them or write them a letter if you are not the talking type, or if your family, you don't feel like they'll be receptive if you talk to them in person. Write them a letter, And mind you, this is not for them. This is for you. Okay? So, moving on to Oracle. First, we have Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. Now, y'all, I shuffle really well, even though I don't do it on camera. I promise I'm just be picking these cards out to make it all, cool and stuff. But we have Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. This is exactly what I was talking about. You all seeing clearly, you all being enlightened. Now, just because you all see things clearly, it is going to make it 10 times harder for you, because recently you've been able to kind of ignore, you've been able to kind of put it on the back burner, because you have found other things to distract you. Now, I'm not saying these other things that you've been working on and dealing with are less important. I'm just saying you've been using them to put your overall home life on the back burner. There's a lot of things I'm hearing, especially finances. I keep hearing that. It's like, especially finances, you all are, like, oh, I gotta work and give the best life to my kids, or give the best life to myself because my people didn't give it to me, and whatever the case might be. However, finances are not going to solve all of your problems. You have to address the emotional, the mental, aspect of things. You can't just address the physical, because without the emotional and mental, the physical is not gonna change much. All right, so you have to follow the path, follow where the light is shining at. Okay. And we have portal here. Doors are opening. You decide, rewards, and wild card. So this is what I was saying about how sometimes you all can get a peek at the life that you want. And most of the time it's like you'll peek through the window or you'll peek through the blinds, and then you'll turn around and be like, nah. And not that you don't want it, but it's like some of you are being lazy. It's a fearful kind of lazy. You're like, I don't want to put in all the work and then it not turn out how I want anyway. You all do have to relax a little bit with expectations, because things will turn out great, but it might not turn out exactly the way you want. So be careful with that, y'all. Be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you. However, that's why it says wild card here, because it's like, yes, you will get rewarded, but it might not be how in the way that you expect, when you expect, or how you expected it to be. But the thing above it all is you have to decide to walk through that door. You have to decide that I want this stability. I want this happiness. I want this peace. I want this calm more often than not. You know, because it's not going to be all the time, obviously. But you have to decide, okay, I want to do that. I want my life to be like this. And then we have that isn't working. Try a different approach. Use your brain. Y'all, so this is what I was saying as far as using other things to distract yourself. And this is also like this. You all are pretty stubborn when it comes to everything. So when it says that isn't working, try a different approach and use your brain, it's literally verbatim that. So if you guys have been focusing on your finances heavily, shift your focus to something else. Try something else. For those of you with kids, if you've been trying certain things, some of y'all have iPad kids, and you all, I'm not going to tell anybody to raise their kids or what to do. I'm not going to go too far into that because I don't have kids. However, you all might want to wean them off of how much time they are on their iPad. And that's from spirit, not from me, y'all. Remember that. So, but try different approaches to things. If something doesn't work, don't keep doing that same thing over and over again, making the same result over and over again. You know what I mean? And we have keep an open mind here, which, yeah, because that's why I was getting that I needed to tell you all to be careful with your expectations, because you guys can have great things. As scary as it is, you all can have it, but you all are just harping on this specific scenario, this specific image in your head, and it might not look exactly like that. But whatever you do get, it will be perfect for you as long as you put in the effort. So when it comes to things that in your mind are just too difficult or you just can't figure out where to start anywhere. Start with anything. Some of you have not even put forth any effort towards this change to even be like, okay, that isn't working. You don't know what will work because you haven't tried anything yet. So mainly this Mercury retrograde is going to be getting you to try different things. They're giving you the big picture view. And then they're going to zoom you in to a specific area, and they're going to be like, okay, start here. And some of you will feel backed into a corner, but remember, this is all for the greater good. I didn't even do the bottom of the deck. What am I doing, y'all? On the bottom of the tarot deck was the Star and the Hermit. This is what it's focusing in on, a specific area that needs to change, but change for the better with the Star. It has a lot of potential. On the bottom of my Starseed deck, we have High Wraith, longing for home, homesick for the stars, and we have the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. We talked about it. Oh, there's an airplane going by. Is that a, what's it called? Confirmation for some of you, an airplane? Are you all planning on taking a trip soon? If so, that's awesome. Do that. Here we have Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies, mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. For some of you, This is about your parenting style being different from either your parents or from your significant other. Some of you, it's like there's a discrepancy in the home actively, where it's a lot of contradiction and undermining. So some of you will be working with that as well. But overall, this is just about you changing your dynamic for the better to work for you, because a lot of you are just overly stressed out, and for a while it's going to feel like the stress is just overwhelming because spirit is trying to show you like, hey, this is not working. This is not working anymore. Why do you subject yourself to this? And on the bottom, I bumped the camera, my bad, y'all, is on the bottom of this one is don't feed into the lies. And April, don't feed into the lies anymore, guys, because they're like, don't try to turn a blind eye to certain things that bothers you just because you don't want to shake the table, you know. April, some of you are pregnant. Some of you might be having your baby in April. Some of you might be having a baby shower in April. There's just such a big focus on kids in this pile. Some of your babies have a birthday in April, or maybe you do. But either way, there's an importance on April being the month that you want to think about things. I'm not getting the vibe that April is the month to be doing. This is the month to be thinking. And maybe even May isn't even the month to be actively doing. The whole point is that you try. The whole point is that you think about it. But I feel like April is your month to be mindful. Okay, to get it in your mind, to be prepped. I will say you all might want to rest up a bit more, because we do have a lunar eclipse coming, I believe May 4th or 5th, depending on where you live, in Scorpio. So you all do want to rest up, because like things are going to double down on you. And you might want to check out my next video I'm doing on the lunar eclipse as well. But I think that is all that I have for you today, my pile ones. If you're going to pick another pile, I will see you there. If not, like, if you want to comment, if you want to subscribe, if you want to maybe even share, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. Man, it's been a long time since I said that. What is up, my pile twos? If you chose this purple, magenta-ish, iridescent nail polish, then congratulations, you have found your pile. And we're just going to get right into how Mercury Retrograde is affecting you. It is in Taurus, and it started April 21st and ends May 14th. Okay? All right. So first we have Death. Death is ruled by Scorpio. And it is clarified by the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords is ruled by... Give me a minute. I got it. Gemini. And we have the Eight of Cups here, which is ruled by Pisces. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is ruled by Taurus. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here, ruled by Capricorn, and the Three of Swords ruled by Libra. Alright, so let's get right into it. Oh, let me do the bottom of the deck because I have been forgetting already. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is earth sign energy, sorry. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, so pile two, I'm not gonna lie. This Mercury retrograde, y'all are going to be going through it. Y'all are going to be going through it. With Death and the Eight of Swords, there's a emphasis on not panicking. Is this my Scorpio pile? Are you guys Scorpios or Capricorns or Pisces? I'm getting those. But yeah, so there's an emphasis on not panicking. For a lot of you, change is, you guys understand that things are always changing. That's the one constant in life. But there's like, you guys almost have like PTSD from having to change so much, having to adapt so much. So there's a sense of anxiety that you all get. And a lot of you, even if you don't follow astrology, you all have been intuitively getting this feeling like, oh my gosh, something is about to happen, or something is happening, like actively around you that you just cannot see yet. So some of you, your anxiety has already been extremely, extremely high, just because you get that feeling that, or some of you don't even know why, but you know something is going on. But with the Eight of Swords, it's important to not trap yourself within thoughts of what might happen, what could happen, how you could get hurt, how you might get hurt. There's like, Spirit is like, relax. You know, it is difficult. That's the most difficult challenge of when you all are going through the changes. And mind you, the lunar eclipse is coming up in Scorpio, May 4th or 5th, depending on where you live. So it's like double down of this energy, like, oh my gosh, things are changing, something is happening. So it's important that you don't trap yourself, because it's only going to make, when things are actually happening, it's only going to make it 10 times harder for you, because you're already in your head about how things will go, how you're going to get hurt, who you're going to lose, things of that nature. And we have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles here. So this is forward moving energy. Making sure you guys know that this is forward moving energy. For some of you, you are going to go, because this is the Eight of Cups, you're going to go collect that last cup. You're going to go collect those last cups in order to complete this chapter. For others of you, you're moving into a completely different chapter. Mind you, this is not something that everybody can come with you on. That's not to say you're going to be losing friends, but more so your dynamic with them will possibly be changing. I'm hearing some of your friends asking you, why have you changed? Or, and for some of you, this might even be physically. Some of you might be changing your hair, whether that be color or style. Some of you might be getting tattoos, piercings, so on and so forth, whatever is your vice. And I'm hearing your friends asking like, whoa, what happened to you? What's going on? Some of you might be going hermit mode as well. So when you come out again, your friends are going to be like, or your family even, are going to be like, whoa, what's going on? Are you all right? Don't take offense to this. I'm getting the vibe that this isn't a judgmental kind of thing where your friends are like, ew, why? More so of them just being curious, like, well, what happened? You know, so I wouldn't take offense to this. Don't be overly self-conscious in general when you are undergoing these changes, whether they be physical, emotional, or mental, or all of the above. Mercury Retrograde is going to be showing you how important it is that you have all your ducks in a row before you try to collaborate with others as well. With this Five of Pentacles in reverse, there's a sense of, because a lot of you are used to being in a state of loss, whether that be with other people or be, you know, by yourself. You all are used to being in a state of loss, but Spirit doesn't want you to be used to that feeling. Spirit wants you to get used to the feeling of abundance. And with the Two of Pentacles and Three of Swords here, there's a sense of understanding loss, but not letting loss be you. Like, not letting loss be the reflection of you. Like, you know what I'm trying to make it make sense for y'all. Like, y'all know what I mean? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Okay. But yeah, with the Two of Pentacles, Spirit wants you to have this balance of understanding loss and also understanding that that is not you. Understanding that you can have loss. Well, obviously, you know, there's an opposite to everything. You have loss and you have abundance. And every once in a while, you know, they teeter. They go back and forth, you know. But the Three of Swords doesn't want you, well, the Spirit doesn't want you to become that. They're like, that's not you. They want you to feel it. They want you to get it out. But they don't want you to let that stop you from actively trying to enjoy your life. They don't want you to stop going after things that you want because you feel like you're going to lose it. However, it's going to feel like the universe is playing with you a little bit, because it's going to be an air of just, I'm not sure. It's going to feel like everything is up in the air, and you all are going to hate that. You all are going to absolutely hate this state of confusion and this sense of, oh my gosh, am I going to lose this person? Am I not? Am I going to lose this job? Am I not? Am I going to lose this money? Am I not? You know, am I going to lose myself? And this is why Spirit is like, okay, relax, calm down. To be continued on the next episode. But okay, let's get into the oracle. So first we have Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. I was talking about the eclipse, wasn't I? Yes, I was. But this is what I was saying. You all aren't strangers to these powerful energy shifts. I'm getting that you guys have had a lot, especially last year, coming into this one as well. But the main point is you handling this eclipse, this change, this retrograde, handling it differently than you have before, to where it eases up on the pressure of having to do something. Because a lot of you also, there's a sense of putting pressure on yourself to one up yourself constantly. You all are like, okay, what's next? How can I one up myself? And it's like Spirit wants you to be mindful of taking your downtime for using it for gratitude and for yourself, especially like thanking yourself and acknowledging how far you've come, acknowledging all the things that you've done, all the changes that you've made. Because without it, it's kind of like, what is everything for? You're just, without doing that, you're constantly ridiculing and criticizing yourself, and that's not necessary at all. On the bottom of this deck, we have a ghost of the pumpkin patch, count your blessings, and sea storm, calm amid chaos. And this is what I meant. You all have to go with the flow. This is not something you all want to force. This is not something you all want to obsess over. Scorpios, I'm looking at y'all. This is not something you want to... I'm hearing Leo too now. Leos, got my eye on you too. This is not something that you all want to obsess over. You all want to go with the flow. Go with the way that the water is going. Do not go against the tide. You all know what I mean. And count your blessings is exactly what I was just talking about, with you all actively saying and acknowledging how you're grateful for yourself and what the things that have happened in your life, and even the negative, because you guys wouldn't be here where you are today without the negative things that have happened. And then we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I do believe I touched on that with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, where it's important that you all do not take on unnecessary energy, unnecessary baggage that is not yours to carry. You all need your energy, frankly, for this next chapter that's about to happen. You all will need all the energy, all of it. And it's important that you don't get wrapped into somebody else's change. You all are used to being other people's catalysts. You all are used to being other people's therapists. Whatever the case might be, this is not the time for that. If anything, it's time for you to, I won't say retire for a little bit, but go on break. Go on leave. Go on vacation for a little while and let other people figure out their own things. This is also a case of seeing how different your relationships will be if you let other people handle their own problems and figure out their own problems and solutions without you, and see how different your relationships are. Some of you are suffering from feeling unappreciated and feeling like, all that you do, all that you've done for people and help people, is like they don't necessarily recognize it. But I bet they'll recognize it if you stop doing it. And this isn't to say that even if that does happen, once they recognize that you should go back to immediately solving all of their stuff. No, that doesn't mean that. It means, let people be. You cannot bring people along with you into your changes, and you cannot force people to change if they are not ready yet. That is also a reason why you all might feel unappreciated, because people aren't necessarily going along with the changes in the time manner that you want, or maybe they don't take your advice, but you can't force people. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Courageous Peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. This is what I was talking about as well. Especially with the let yourself be seen, that's what I was talking about when you all undergo these changes and this powerful shift. Some people might be looking at you like, what happened to you? And don't be self-conscious. That doesn't mean retreat back into your shell, okay? Embrace who you are. And as far as nourishment, tenderness, and rest is what I was talking about. I told you all you're going to need that energy. You all want to stay calm, relax, And when the changes come to you, you will be able to handle it just like you have been able to every single time before. And last but not least, we have Too Many Energies. Where is yours? And we have Fighting for Your Life. Yeah. Don't be alarmed, okay? But yeah, you're gonna be fighting for your life. And too many energies, where's yours? I touched on that. I did. So this is doubling down. You all must have a lot of people that rely on you emotionally. And it's time to tell those people, text them, call them, write them a letter. Hey, I need my time. I'm not able to hold space for you right now. I'm not able to give you advice right now because I need to take care of me. You know, it can be as simple or as elaborate, however you want it to be. And we have, some of you are the disappearing type anyways, where when things get dicey, you're like, yeah, everybody else got to be on the back burner until I figure it out. We have keep an open mind and step with intention on the back of the deck. This is why Spirit was telling me it's necessary for you all to recognize and acknowledge how far you've come and be grateful for yourself, because then that way you can step with even more intention instead of just trying to one-up yourself just because some of you all, it's an adrenaline thing for you. But others of you just genuinely like the feeling of one-upping yourself, which you should. However, if you are not, you know, making sure you're acknowledging your goals, and it's just like you're just doing stuff just to be doing it. Even if you're moving forward, you know, but that means when things don't go your way, you take it really, really hard instead of being like, okay, yes, this was not how I planned it to be. However, I'm this much closer to this goal in myself. Or yeah, this happened, but I remember this happened before and I just dealt with it like this, you know? So it's important that you step with intention. It's important that you keep an open mind and don't worry too hard about what will be or what won't be. You guys will find out soon. I just split the deck and December came out. Some of you are Sagittarius, maybe. Other than that, December might be a very important month. That's a little ways off though. Or something that happened last December will be revisiting you, whether that be a person or a situation. So look out for that. I don't want to say that to you all because I feel like you all are going to panic. Don't panic, you all. But I think that is all that I have for you today, my pal twos. If you all, oh my gosh, I haven't said this in so long, I didn't forget how to say it. I think that's all that I have for you today, my pal twos. If you're going to pick out another pile, I will see you there. If not, like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share. And I will see y'all next time. Bye. What is up, my pal threes? If you chose this orange sparkly nail polish, then congratulations, you have found your pile. And we're just going to get right into how Mercury Retrograde will be affecting your life. Mercury Retrograde is in Taurus and it started April 21st and ends May 14th. Alright. So first we have the Queen of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, the fire signs. And we have it clarified by the Emperor, which is ruled by Aries. And then we have Death here, ruled by Scorpio, clarified by the Knight of Wands here. More fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the Lovers here, which is Gemini, clarified by the Nine of Cups, which is ruled by Pisces. Ooh-wee. Spirit said this was my pile too, y'all, so I'm gonna get chewed out just like y'all. Now let me stop. Okay, then on the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Ooh. Okay, apparently the King of Swords wanted to show as well. Air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Eight of Cups is Pisces. So let's get into it. Okay, y'all, Mercury retrograde. Because when I even started shuffling for you all, I was hearing some things are better off left unsaid, like you all were saying this. And basically, Mercury retrograde is gonna show you the exact opposite, or it's like they're drawing the exact opposite out of you. This Mercury retrograde wants you to step into your power in every sense of the word. And also, this is like Mercury retrograde wants you to step into your divine feminine, your divine masculine. They want you to step into both, actually. They want you to have that balance of knowing when it is time to be that divine feminine, when it is time to be that divine masculine, no matter what gender you are. with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor here. So this is a sense of, I'm hearing living my life like it's golden. So exactly that. With the Queen of Wands and the Emperor here, there's a sense of holding your head high, putting your shoulders back, you know, having that good posture. This is the sense of being a little conceited, being a little cocky, you know. This is the energy of saying what you mean and meaning what you say. It's like a lot of you might be on the more meek side, like you're more quiet. Some of you, it's not the case that you're necessarily quiet, but it's like you're the type that's like, okay, if I gotta say what I gotta say, somebody ain't gonna be happy, and it ain't gonna be me. You know, so some of you would rather be quiet just because you all know the power your words hold. And some of you are the type that doesn't want to speak up because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't want to change the dynamic you have with certain people, and that's why you don't speak up. This Mercury retrograde is going to be putting you in situations where bringing decisions that you need to make to your attention to make sure that you speak up. And a lot of you don't like making decisions either because you're like, well, if it goes bad, then I have to take responsibility for that. And you know, just because you all make a decision and it doesn't turn out the way you want it, or it might turn out sour, it's like, think about what lesson you got from it. You have to think about, okay, well, at least I made a decision. At least I made a move and didn't just stay here stuck. Because a lot of you have been in this maybe stagnant sort of energy, or maybe a slower kind of energy. And Spirit is like, yeah, no. we're taking all this stagnant, stuck, slow energy, and we're gonna kick things up a notch. And for a lot of you, this might be so fast, and Spirit is doing you a favor because they're like, we don't want you to think too much. We want you to say what comes to your mind, because a lot of you are overthinkers. And with Death, I have already moved on to Death and Knight of Wands here when I'm talking about moving the change in fast. So their Spirit's like, okay, we're gonna be going, okay? And the whole thing about it is, it's like, by the time you realize that you've already said what you had to say, it'll be done already. So no matter what the result will be, you know, it's like, what's done is done, you know? So a lot of you, where you teeter on saying something or not, it's like, okay, how is this person going to react? Are they going to be receptive? Are they going to want to stop being around me? Or with a certain situation, okay, is this going to blow everything out of proportion? Is this going to make it difficult for me? Is this going to turn out how I want? And it's like you overthink yourself to the point where you end up doing nothing. And that's what's going to be the biggest lesson surrounding this retrograde, as well as the lunar eclipse May 4th or 5th in Scorpio, depending on where you live, 4th or 5th. I'm going to do a video on that as well. Don't worry, I got y'all. But yeah, so the thing surrounding that is like, make a decision, speak up, take action. Don't just sit there, don't just overthink and let things pass you by because you're scared. Because it's like, if you act on something, it's like, at least you did that, and it's like, okay, I attempted at making a step towards what I want. But if you don't do it at all, it's like, how are you going to get what you want at all? You're going to be stuck somewhere where you don't like, or somewhere where you've kind of told yourself that you're okay with, even though you're really not. So beware of the fast-paced moving. Don't think too hard. Spirit just wants you to be yourself above all. With the Queen of Wands and the Emperor energy, they just want you to be confident. They want you to, you know what you're talking about. Your intuition is always on point. You have great intentions, so you don't have to worry about whether or not somebody will be hurt, because that's not your intentions anyway. And if somebody happens to get hurt by what you said, that is something that you all will work through, or that's something that they might have to work through themselves, depending on, you know, what the situation is. But overall, like, be confident, you know? Now, we do have the Lovers and the Nine of Cups here. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. It just happens whenever I do tarot. But yeah, the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. So for some of you, this is obviously a relationship whether it has come in already or whether, you know, it's something that you don't have yet, whether you're not in a relationship yet or you are. This is the case of you all have, this is where the some things are better left unsaid is coming from. You all have a lot of emotions and things on your chest, like to get off of your chest. And there's a sense of you finally unloading all that you have been thinking about and feeling onto someone else. For some of you, this will turn into a relationship, you getting into a relationship with this person because you have finally got everything off your chest. And for others of you, it will be progressing the relationship a little further, and it's not so much a physical thing, it's not so much a physical thing. It's like emotionally there will be some more intimacy with your person when you finally open up, when you finally get what you have to say off of your chest, when you finally unload those emotions. Because whether you all feel like they're valid or not, you feel them. You know, you are feeling that. And so it's like important that regardless of if you feel like you're overthinking or if you're paranoid, it's like you're still projecting these emotions out on the outside. So even if you're not saying it, your person is seeing that you have some kind of turmoil or you're acting a certain way, and it's like your person doesn't understand why. So it's important that you get these things off your chest, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You know, this is not so much about making or breaking a relationship. This is more so centered on you being yourself, you validating your own emotions yourself. And as soon as you realize that just because somebody else isn't receptive or doesn't agree with how you feel, it doesn't invalidate your own feelings and thoughts. You know, it's not the end of the world, basically. Well, let's get into some oracle. We have Two Little Witches, magical space clearing time. So this is about you all clearing out the clutter, and this is what will help in doing that is you speaking up. So this is about getting all of that stagnant energy. So all of the things that you were overthinking and overfeeling and so on and so forth before, this is what you're going to be clearing out when in this fast-paced energy. And for some of you will be overwhelmed a little bit because you'll be feeling like, okay, I'm dipping into the past, I'm in the future, I'm in the present, I'm everywhere, I'm nowhere. You know, that's what it's probably going to feel like for a lot of you, because you're going to be talking about things that you felt in the past, or you're going to be talking about things that you feel now. And then once you take that layer off, there's things in the past that need to be addressed, so you're going to be doing that, and then you're going to be thinking about the future. But like I said, Spirit is going to be trying to do you a favor and keeping you busy so you can't necessarily overthink so much as taking things as they come. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Angel de los Muertos, transitions to the spirit realm, and Dress of Alchemy, release your power. Release your power especially, that's these two that I was really getting. And this too a little bit. But with transitions to the spirit realm, you all really need to make sure you protect your crown chakra, because a lot of you might be spiritually under attack, whether that be from other people or what. But with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, you all will have some very big and alluring energy, and people will indeed try to take advantage of that if they can. So just to let you all know, you all do want to protect yourself. Pay attention. You know, don't feel obligated to do anything for anybody. Don't be people pleasing, things of that nature. And we have Breath of the Cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So some of you, even if Spirit is telling you, okay, you're in the clear, bring it on in, you know, when it comes to speaking up or taking action, doing something, you know, you all are like, no, this doesn't seem safe. This doesn't seem good. I don't think this will turn out well. And Spirit is like, no, this is going to be great. You're going to get this blessing, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. And you're like, no, I don't think I should go for it. Spirit is like, all right. Spirit is fed up with y'all. They're like, you're going to listen to us, ma'am or sir. you better pay attention. We're trying to help you here, and you're over here talking about, no, I don't think that's gonna go well, as if you can see things like that in the grand scheme. Like, you know what, I'm like that too. This really is my pile, okay? But yeah, so the important thing is just go with the flow. Address things as they come. If you feel like, okay, I need to take this step, take the step. Don't overthink it, okay? And for some of you, this is even about indulging in some of your intrusive thoughts, where it's like, okay, this might not be the best idea, but I really, really want to do it. This will make me feel really, really great. And I'm not telling y'all to chase the exciting things all the time, or the instant gratification things all the time, but I'm saying this is about indulging a little bit, just being yourself, not being too critical, not overthinking, because one thing life is going to do is life, okay? And we're here getting tossed around. So it's important that you have some fun with it. You guys have to make your lives enjoyable. And on the bottom of the deck, where is it? Oh, I lost it for a second. We have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. And we have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Some of you might do tarot as well. You all want to keep your tarot cards close. You know, if anything, when you start overthinking, don't be afraid to get that extra confirmation. Don't do it too much, because once you start doing it too much, spirit will really start playing with you low-key. They'll be like, girl, we done told you 77 times already what the answer is. So just for fun, we're going to throw out the opposite. But anyways, with karmic relationships here, this is this energy I was getting, where I was talking about how it's not so much about, you know, making or breaking a relationship so much as it is about growth, soul growth, you know. Through conflict and pain is where you can learn the most. So even if it'll be painful to speak up, or, you know, things of that nature, it's like, I just split the deck. Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So exactly what we were talking about when it comes to speaking up, bringing a message. It's, in the grand scheme of things, it's to balance things out. It's to even out the odds, okay? Where you feel like everything is against you right now. It's like you're not even unloading. After each hit, it's like you just keep taking on more and more without, you know, talking about it, without expressing how you feel. It's like that's too much for a person to handle. Okay, and then we have grow a pair. And we have lovey-dovey. With grow a pair is just that. You all need to buck up. All right. Some of you are kind of boo-hoo, woe is me a lot, and spirit is like, look, we're gonna need you to grow up. Grow a pair. We're gonna need you to get some thicker skin. And they mean that in the most loving way possible, because you have so much potential, and yet you are reducing yourself to something so sad, something so melancholy, something so mundane. And that's how you see life as well, and it keeps on reflecting outward to you, and that just starts a cycle of, okay, why me, you know? But that's because you're not taking control. You're not taking the reins. You're not taking steps. You're just thinking about it. And I'm not laughing at you guys. I'm kind of laughing with you guys, because me too. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Talk of the Town and Aquarius 11th house. So you all might be, if for some of you, your hesitation is putting yourself out there on social media or any social, you know, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, putting your craft out there, or I can't think of the specific word I'm trying to get at right now, but when you're showing off your craft, putting the link to your stuff on your social media sites, putting pictures up, interacting, that might be yours, where you're hesitant at. And that's probably where spirit is going to be on you the most as well. But also, Talk of the Town with Aquarius, you all might be experiencing a lot of interaction through social media. During this Mercury retrograde, most of your interactions could be through there, if not physically right now, or you all might experience a sort of relief while interacting on social media, more so than interacting in real life. So what I mean by this is kind of, if you all are having issues talking in person, it might be better for you to send somebody a text. You know, send somebody a text, no matter how long of a paragraph it might be. Send them a text, a voice message, things like that. Some of you are hesitant to do it in person. Oh, I didn't even talk about lovey-dovey here, but you all do have the relationship energy. And this was me saying that about the emotional intimacy that could come from you speaking up. So yeah, talked about it. Do I have anything else? I keep hearing be careful, y'all. You might want to be careful. You could have some haters out there. Don't mind them too much, but do protect yourself, okay? Don't think about it too hard. And don't be worried like they're gonna sabotage something you got, because they're not. Well, they won't be able to. Alright, so I think that is all I have for you today, my pile threes. If you're going to pick another pile, I will see you there. If not, like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!